Breakers of Shadow was released on January 15th, 2016. While Performage Pendulum, otherwise known as PePe, was already considered to be one of, if not the best deck of the format, the support in Breakers of Shadow would transform the deck into an entirely different amalgamation, bolstering the deck to its full power status and ushering in a new Tier 0 format.
In this series, both MBT and myself will be traversing the sands of Yu-Gi-Oh's history. Each episode will take a deep dive into Yu-Gi-Oh's past formats and unlock new strategies as new sets become available. Strap yourselves in because anything is possible. Welcome to the history of Yu-Gi-Oh! If you want 5% off any singles or sealed product, click the affiliate links in the description and use code CIMO5. And clicking the TCG Player affiliate link before you shop helps support us to provide you with more amazing content.
Last episode, I got to show off a consistent and powerful deck that represented a new school of thought in building combo monstrosities, making them as consistent as possible because all of the playmakers were located in the extra. This week, we're not doing that. What you see in front of you was the other Pendulum deck that was playable at Atlanta. Yes, it is still Performapal Pendulums, it's still playing Luster Pendulum and all of the Dracos, but it's also got something else. This deck, named Dark Pendulum, would use Armageddon Knight as a very powerful summon. It could send a copy of Zephyros to the graveyard, cycling a Luster Pendulum for multiple activations over the course of the turn. You also played a copy of Shadow Dragon in order to clear your opponent's back row before you commit to something that would be vulnerable to a Solemn Strike. This list does a lot of stuff I unfortunately don't like. It's playing, as you can see, a ton of one-ofs and a ton of stuff designed to facilitate a high-end, best of all possible worlds YouTube combo style game. Triple Guiding Ariadne is certainly powerful with a trap lineup of Scolding, Triple Strike, and a Solemn Warning, but you could just as easily draw the Strike, the Scolding, or the Solemn Warning. Bottomless Trap Hole is of course part of an end board that includes Trap Tricks Rafflesia, but is it that much better than Evil Swarm Nightmare? Do you really need to be committing main deck slots to it? In fact, there are way fewer hands that have manageable scales without the aid of Wavering Eyes. And without access to stuff like the Perform Ages, it's much more likely you'll fall victim to your opponent's copies of this card. This style of Performapal Pendulum deck was extremely popular. This take on Performapal Pendulum, named Dark Pendulum, was extremely popular. Duelists were experimenting with tons of different Armageddon Knight lines, including ones that added mask change from deck to hand in order to end on a Dark Claw, which would prevent an opponent's destroyed monsters with something like a Pendulum Sorcerer from going to the face-up extra deck. Unfortunately, the format was so short-lived that a consensus was never really reached about what the best build of this deck looked like. But personally, I'm firmly in the camp that it needs to be as consistent as possible and find as many Pendulum monsters as possible. Cards like Guiding Ariadne are flashy and lead to really exceptional YouTube combos, but in practice, this deck routinely fell victim to its opponent's Wavering Eyes more than it got to live the dream. We'll do a quick once over the cards. We're playing one copy of Archfiend Eccentric, 2 Armageddon Knight, 1 Zephyros, Triple Guiding Ariadne, Triple Luster Pendulum, Performapal Guitardle, 2 Lizard Draw, 3 Monkey Board, 3 Pendulum Sorcerer, 1 Silver Claw, 3 Skullcrobat Joker, 1 Shadow Dragon, 1 Master Pendulum, 2 Vector Pendulum, Triple Face Off, Soul Charge, still legal, 3 Wavering Eyes, Bottomless Trap Hole, Scolding, Triple Strike, and Warning in the side. We've got Fog King for Monarch, Gamciel the Sea Turtle Kaiju, 2 Ghost Ogre, 2 Maxi, Psy Blocker, Menko, Daigusto Emerald, Forbidden Chalice, Raigeki, Double Twin Twister, a copy of Mask of Restrict, and a Trap Hole Nightmare in the extra. We've got the Dinoster Power, the Ignister Prominence, the Abyss Dweller, the Castel, the Pleiades, the Cyber Dragon Infinity, the Nova, the Diamond Direwolf, the Evil Swarm Nightmare, the Ascending Draco Slayer, Delteros, Double Tolmaeus, and a Rafflesia. So with that, here's Alex.
So, last episode went well. Damn, the Ghost Ogre on the Monkey board, that was just killer. I could see why people were playing this, and now thankfully I'm playing a deck that has Ghost Ogre in the main, so we should be a lot better off this time, hopefully, but we kind of have to draw it, right? So you guys saw last episode, we did sort of like the PePe primer, and for this episode, we're going to be playing some more PePe, but just like different variants and things that people were experimenting with within the PePe meta that happened at YCS Atlanta in February 2016. So, as you can see, this looks very similar to the deck we played last time. I believe Joseph's playing an Ariadne build this time that's also playing some of the dark stuff. My build is more streamlined, but we're also just playing some like other fun stuff in here as well that like sort of fits. So I figured we would just give this a shot. So again, let's do the card by card. So Ghost Ogre, again, just a nice card to have in the main deck just to be able to disrupt the opponent on, especially on turn 0. I mean, we saw how effective that was in the previous episode. Then we have a copy of Gigabyte. So Gigabyte's a cool search off of something like King of the Pharaoh Limbs to allow us to keep going since we're playing so many different spellcasters. We've got Triple Luster, we've got Triple Damage Juggler, we have a hat tricker, we have a mirror conductor, 2 plush fire, a guitardle, 2 lizard draw, triple monkey board, triple pensork, 2 performapal second donkey. This card is hilarious, but actually quite insane if you think about it. So when this card is normal or special summoned, you can send a Performapal monster from your deck to the graveyard, except another copy of itself. If you have 2 cards in your pendulum zones, you can add it to your hand instead. So as long as you have scales, this is effectively another copy of Joker, and not to mention, this isn't a once per turn either. So if you have ways to summon this card multiple times, whether it's by normal summoning and then like pendulum summoning it out or doing some weird shit like that, this is like having more copies of Joker. And I think anytime you see more copies of a card that's, you know, limited to a certain quantity, that's perfectly fine. Speaking of which, we have the 3 Joker, and then we of course have the 1 Master and the 2 Vector for our 3 copies, or excuse me, only 2 copies in this deck of Draco Face-Off. Then for the spells continuing on, we have a Book of Moon, just a nice way to like bait stuff like Cyber Dragon, Infinity, Rafflesia, etc., so you can actually play the game. 2 Twin Twister in the main in this deck as well. It's interesting because like there's so much like discrepancy as to like how you should build this deck for this event. Some people are on Twin Twister main and like playing stuff like strikes and the like in the side, and other players were like siding the strikes and like maybe had all their spell and trap removal in the side. It was very interesting if you look at each of the individual decks that topped from this tournament, how they all look differently to some degree. There was not a concrete list on like what the best way to play this deck was. Obviously, you know, with hindsight, we might be able to figure out what that might be, but that's sort of the fun of it, right? So we got the triple twin, or the double twin rather, triple wavering eyes. Of course, we're gonna have triple of this, and then we have a bottomless and a treacherous trap hole, a card that doesn't see play too often, but when you have Rafflesia, if you can just 1 for 2 your opponent, that seems pretty good. Then we have in the extra deck, same thing as before for the most part, Dynastor, double Ignister, and then we have Dweller, Castel, Cyber Dragon Infinity paired with the Nova. We have Emerald, we have Diamond Dire, we have Nightmare, we have King of the Fairlimbs, Magister, Trapeze Magician, Ptolemaeus, and in this case, we have a copy of Rafflesia as well. I think the last list we did too. I think this might be actually the exact same extra deck as the deck we played before. And then the side deck, 2 copies of Denko Sekka. Again, if you know you're going up against back row decks, or if you know you're going up against like an Ariadne build of this particular deck, then you can bring in Denko and just ice all the back row immediately, and then you can go off with all your plays. So that's pretty cool. We have triple Maxi. We have a Performapal Silver Claw, which could be relevant depending on the circumstances. It's actually like an okay card for this deck. Then we have a Darkhold, double Forbidden Chalice. Again, function similar to Book of Moon, where you kind of just want to bait out like Rafflesia or Cyber Dragon Infinity so you can play the game. Double MST, a Raigeki, and triple Deck Devastation Virus. So this is just very funny just because you can like just completely nuke a hand of cards, and we might side this in just for shits and giggles and see if we can pull it off, but I'd be very curious to see if this actually works. I forget what place this deck got. I think it was top 16 if my memory serves correctly, but we will have to see. So guys, I am super excited to see how this one's going to go and continue our exploration of the PePe format. So ladies and gentlemen, let's not make you wait any longer. It's time to duel. Well, Joseph, the Clown Fiesta does not seem to end. We are back once again playing another set of PePe decks, and I think we need to show this off because there was, even though everything in Atlanta was PePe, aside from like 2 decks that topped, there was like many variations of these PePe variants that may or may not have mattered in who ended up taking this tournament, and these decks are all going to get murdered anyway in the next episode. So we may, yeah, we may as well just milk it for as much as we can.
Oh, for sure, yeah.
It'll be interesting to see how this one goes. You're on the Ariadne list this time, and I imagine those cards won't stay in your deck very long. But
no, they
we'll
won't,
see.
because they're bad.
Joker XP, very fitting considering it's Skulker Bat Joker. Thank you for the support, buddy. Got the hand up for me.
No, I just sure.
I'll go odd.
It's even.
Woo!
Because it
all
was
right, you get to go
odd
first
last time.
Okay. It was even last time. You're a liar.
Well, you picked odd last. Oh wait, that's what I meant. Wait, I picked even twice. Okay. You know what? Let's play the game.
All right, you get to go first. That's all that matters. Best of luck, buddy.
Ooh, this is a hard one. This is a difficult one. Let me think for. Oh boy, this is. Wow, this whole goodness
normal
gracious.
Joker.
Goodness, oh my goodness gracious.
Yeah.
Oh my
so
goodness
difficult.
gracious.
Yeah. Oh, God,
all right.
yeah.
Let's grab some freaking cards, Lois. You know what I'm saying? Are you allowed to grab Luster Pendulum off Joker?
No.
Okay. What if I really want to? Does that change anything?
I mean, to be fair, if you did and I just didn't know that you couldn't, then I probably wouldn't have said anything. Like a few episodes ago when I added Hat Tricker with Joker, I think. by accident.
Oh, okay.
In my defense, it's perform mage and perform a pal. So like the first 7 letters are the same. So I just thought they were the same archetype.
It's Adam and Eve, not Adam and Steve. We'll grab perform pal monkey board, I guess.
I
know, it's shocking. Wow.
I have to grab monkey board. Oh, boo-hoo.
I wonder if I even grab monkey board. I think I'm being too careful. Monkey board effect.
All right, I got to do this to you.
I should have been more careful. Wow, that's the end of my turn.
This is how I felt last time.
Wow. Yeah, I could have played around that too. Oh my god, I'm such an idiot.
Pass.
Yeah. I'm thinking. I'm gonna set a card. Go ahead.
Okay. That basically is how I felt. All right, draw. Stand by anything.
No.
Didn't think so. Okay. Main phase 1. I could do something very funny, and I'm kind of tempted because I think my hand is good enough that I can probably just kill you. I'm gonna twin twister for 1.
Oh, jeez, Louise. Yeah, okay, that's solemn scolding.
Okay, I'm probably glad that I did that then. Let's go Draco face-off. We will go for Luster and Vector.
So let's go.
Are you shuffling your Flame Wingman slabs again?
No, so this is going to be a pack of Legacy of Darkness or a pack of Pokemon Trick or Trade. All right,
Okay.
Trick or Trade is going to be Luster Pendulum. It's Luster. All right, enjoy him.
Okay, so I get Luster, and the Vector goes to the extra deck, correct?
Yep.
Okay, I'm going to scale the Luster.
Yep.
It may not come as a surprise to
What?
you, if I actually know how to scale.
What?
So we'll put him in the scale, now that I know what I'm doing. And now this gets very bad for you.
Oh, wow. That's incredible.
Okay,
Yep.
Luster, attempt on Plush Fire.
Yep.
Pop him. We will get another copy, and then Plush Fire effect.
Yep.
Yeah, we'll just get Damage Juggler. That's fine. Joker, not in the scale, in the monster zone. Activate.
Yep.
Okay. It's not pretty, but I don't honestly think I have much of a choice. Let's just get the Pensork. So we'll scale him. I feel like I'm just trying to get too fancy with this, is the problem. So let me just stop trying to do that. I'll just pen. Let's just get everything out.
Yeah.
So I still have to clear that. This is nowhere near lethal as it currently stands, but I think we can probably change that. So
Are you on a Hat Tricker?
what, over the juggler?
Well, yeah, like, do you have Hat Tricker in the list?
Oh yeah, I do. Yeah,
Then
yeah,
you got it.
no.
You could just make the
That's-
Vector
yeah.
attack twice.
So we overlay the Plush Fires. Actually, no. What we do is we overlay... Well, I think it works the same. No, because they need the damage. Yeah. So we overlay these for Trapeze. Trapeze, detach, target the Vector.
Yeah.
And then banish the Juggler, get a Hat Tricker. If I could find him. Special the Hat Tricker, and then if this isn't lethal, I think I can make something that's just bigger anyway. So let's just see how much this is.
I was going to
So
say, I believe this is literally lethal.
So this is 50 just going in here.
Yep. And
Then this is
1850, 1800, 1000.
1,000, 11,
11.
18, 25.
You got it. I could have played around the Ghost Ogre too. It would have been a less impressive end board. I said it out loud. I was like, I should do this, and then I just didn't. Oh,
At least you had the option. In my games, I feel like I couldn't have played around it. It was monkey board or bust. But as powerful as it is, there's always an equalizer. All right, let's see what you got this time. I will let you know right now, it's going to look a lot better for you.
I actually don't know if that's true. Because, you see, I can see my hand. Wow. Okay, Draco face-off. Vector Master.
Okay, 1, 2, 3, Vector, 4, 5, 6, Master. It's a 2, so you get the Vector.
Okay.
Okay,
Luster.
not bad.
Luster. Set Vector. Anything here? PS2.
Like I said, it's looking a little bit better for you.
You ready for my powerful end board?
He's going to make Raffalesian bad.
No, I'm making this guy.
Oh, even better. Okay.
Majester. I'm skipping ahead here. You know?
Oh, okay.
We'll grab this. You know what? Let's grab monkey board.
Sure.
Back to you.
2 back rows, still scary. Anything to stand by.
Nope.
Main 1. Let's try it. I've got a face off of my own.
Okay. Thank God, no twin twister. All right. Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
Oh, wait.
We will go for a... Let me look at my hand here. What do we want? Let's go... How many of each of these do I have in my deck is the question. May dictate what I want to do. We're going to go Master Vector.
All right, same as last time. We'll do Legacy, Master... Trick or Trade Vector. It is Legacy. Enjoy Master.
Okay, so I get the Master. This goes to my extra. Not gonna lie, that's kind of annoying.
It's the same card twice.
It kind of makes some things a bit annoying, but it's fine. So I'm actually gonna keep him on the field, I think. Let's scale Luster. Scale Sork.
Sure.
I will activate Luster. We'll get another Sork.
Yep.
Normal Juggler. I will overlay. Let's try it, I guess. I guess we'll try to bait something out. Let's go Diamond Ire. I will activate, detach, targeting. I'll actually try to take out your Paladin.
Oh, shit. Yeah.
Scale the Sork.
Yes.
I'm about to get Wavering Eyes for 4.
No, I wish.
Pen Summon. I'm going to Pen Summon. How do I not get blown out by Strike here? That is the question. I don't know if that's possible. Let's just go for Sork.
That's fine.
Attempt to activate.
We'll strike here.
So he'll go to... Actually got to extra. And that's all she wrote for me. Go ahead.
Ugh, that's a really interesting draw, actually. Twist. Let's go this and Pendy Sork.
Sure, it was book.
Oh, sorry, not the Pendy Sork. My own Vector.
Oh, sure. That's
I just remembered what's about to happen. Right.
I was about to say. Yeah.
Monkey
The
board.
last card in hand. Yep.
Oh my god. Okay. Jesus Christ. Scully. Yeah, that's right. Normal Scully. We'll grab Pendy Sork.
Okay.
Luster. Even this isn't that sexy.
Yeah, you don't have a lot. Got what, Monkey board Sork, so you can like Sork pen one dude and then like hit me and make a dude. It's not terrible.
I will pend one, yeah. This is what, 30 something?
3750 or 3650.
Combat.
I'll take it all. 3650.
Do I just like Castell your Luster? Be like,
You could.
hey, thank goodness. I really
It's
don't
weird.
have a
The
good
extra
play
box, as toolboxy as it is not ideal for like end boards aside from Rafflesia Infinity.
Yeah, we're just gonna Castell here.
Pen Sork is gone.
Back to you.
All right, we'll draw. That's the most useless card in my deck right now. Damage Juggler.
Yes.
What am I talking about? This is a Perform Mage. That's insane.
Yes.
Activate.
Yes.
Activate.
Yes.
Get rid of him. Get another one. Trigger the plush.
Yep.
Let's go for... It's pretty good. Let's go for a Mirror Conductor.
Yep.
Let's try to Mirror Conductor your Castell.
That's fine.
5. Your Castell is what, a 1500? I'm still scared of your back row. You can just pend again next turn. I know you have fucking monkey board. Normal Luster. Let's just go to battle and kill Castell.
This is what, 350?
Second main, I mean, I gotta get rid of this strike eventually. What if I don't? What if I just like sit on this? Add another copy. You get a draw, so you'd be on monkey board, Pen Sork. That seems disastrous, actually. Okay. I think I probably have to try to do something about it then. Yeah, we'll overlay. Let us grab... This is actually probably better. I'm gonna sink instead. We'll go for Ignister.
What do I know in the hand?
You know Plush Fire. That's it.
I think I have to just hope that you don't have a low scale.
Warning. It's pretty good. Go.
Yeah, I figured your deck's pretty low scale light. Oh, thank the fucking Lord. Normal Armageddon Knight.
That's fine. I also dropped Maxi and draw phase.
Oh, yeah. That's okay. There's not going to be another turn here. We're going to send Zephyros. Oh, you could draw like Damage Juggler.
I
So it's kinda
could.
funny.
There's a chance.
We'll go Luster, target Pendy Sork. Yeah, we still have one. Zeph,
your
target
third, right?
Luster. Take 4 here.
Draw.
Monkey board effect. This guy. Lizard draw.
That's fine.
PS a million. Let's
You
go.
got it.
All right, can I kill you through him? Yes. Yeah.
Very easily, I would say.
Wow.
Yeah, you got it. That one actually had like a moderate amount of back and forth to it, I'll say. Like it just sucked because I felt like I didn't really have much of a way to deal with your back row except just like play very conservatively, but I still had to play into it to just finally get it baited. It just, I don't know. It just didn't feel super great. All right, let's see what we got. This hand looks pretty good. Let's go face off.
Yeah.
Let's take our good old Vector. We need him. And I will also take a copy of... do we just want Master in the mix? Let's go Luster. Why not?
Okay, I'm just going to grab a handful of Chuck E. Cheese tokens. And if it's odd, we'll do Luster. Is even.
Even. Okay, so I keep Vector then. So this goes here. Do I want Vector? I'll put Vector in the scale, I think. Yeah, let's do that. Okay,
Sure.
put him in the scale. We had the Luster anyway. We'll try to fire.
Yeah.
Okay. We will put this to the extra deck. I am not used to playing pendulum decks on Dueling Book, as you can clearly tell. We will get another Vector.
Yep.
I'm going to scale the Vector, and I'm just going to go nuts. I'm just going to pendulum summon. So let's go 1, 2, 3, 4.
You really did go nuts. That's fine.
Yep. We will go Sork effect.
Yep.
Well, let's pop both of these, and we'll grab ourselves... I'll do Lizard, Draw, get Turtle. Why not?
Oh, sure.
Let's get more cards. Okay. What can we end on? Probably something that's decent enough, I would say. Yeah. So let's go... Maybe have a Luster and Pendulum for later. That seems pretty good to me. Let's overlay these 3. Go for the Ptolemaeus.
Yep.
We will detach for the Nova. For a second, I didn't think this deck was on Nova, and that would have been a disaster. Banish the Juggler. Should have a Hat Tricker in here somewhere. Yes, I do. We'll just special him. I was just so excited. I actually get to, like, make the end board for once. All right, Rafflesia, and we'll overlay Infinity on top of the Nova, and then we're going to scale our little dudes. Make sure we do this in the correct order. So good Turtle, Lizard, Draw. That triggers good Turtle, so we draw a card. I will pop the Lizard, draw another card. This is probably good enough. I will just set one and pass. Go ahead.
Oh, that better not be Wavering Eyes. Okay. Skullcrabat Joker.
We'll negate.
Sure.
Where's your Chalice like last time, buddy?
Silver Claw.
That is not Chalice. No response. That is fine.
Lizard Draw. Lizard Draw.
That is fine.
Is a thinker. Monkey Board.
Yes.
Monkey Board. We'll grab Pendy Sork.
Okay.
Let's Pendulum.
Sure.
We'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Just going the whole gamut. All right. No effect to negate summon. What are your effects?
Pendy Sork, and that's it.
Who are you targeting? Does it even target? Yeah, it does target.
The Monkey Board and the Silver Claw.
I will chain the Rafflesia here.
Yeah.
See who we're going for. This card's pretty sick. Send this.
Yeah, and that is the end of the game, I think. Let's check.
I was gonna say, I banish 4 of your cards, but you still get to pop 2.
You don't banish 4 of my cards.
Oh, because Silver Claw's
on
boosting
field.
the Lizard Draw.
We are going to grab...
Everything's fine. Everything's fine.
We're going to grab Lizard Draw, Guitardle.
Get some draws.
We've already used Lizard Draw this turn, right?
Yes, that was the first thing you did.
Guitardle. Lizard Draw, that's not a bad card, but yeah, you got it.
Woo! Oh my god. I had Joker for next turn too, so
Yeah,
I was like already set. Yeah.
What's the set card?
Funny enough, I did check. I redrew the deck dev that you accidentally saw.
I was hoping you
I
went
checked
for the deck dev. It does nothing against me.
Yeah, it's like, it can be like okay depending on like the way your hand looks, but I just thought it'd be funny to try it out just to see how it would work. And I drew it after I already committed to all these Xyz summons. But yeah, for the most part, it's kind of like one of those like Silver Bullet Win More type cards. But I figured, it's like the last time we're playing this deck at full power. Who cares? Not really much else to say. I didn't really get to show off second Donkey at all. Theoretically, it's just supposed to be like another copy of Joker, especially. The problem is you need to have like stuff in your scales. And if you don't, then it's just like kind of a card. I mean, it's just a level 4 at that point. Doesn't really do anything. I think I sided them out to bring in all the traps for this game. I did, as a matter of fact. So I can't even like show a copy of it now. And in your deck, we actually got to see the cool Armageddon Knight stuff in the second game, so that was nice.
Big non-fan of this deck. Yes, you can send Armageddon, or you can use Armageddon Knight even if it's pended to send like Zephyros to cycle scales for next turn. But it just introduces this weird element of bricking into a deck that's otherwise just so consistent. Pre-board, it's on Ariadne, 5 counter traps, Armageddon Knight at 2, Shadal Dragon, Zephyros. And it's like, okay, well, these like 9 cards, these 12 cards just don't do anything if you draw multiples of them. Or the wrong portions of them. Like, what if you draw Shadal Dragon? You know, it puts you in a weird position. I much preferred the builds that were just all pendulum monsters and there was no possible way you would brick, because I feel like if you set up the board that you set up, it's just such a low possibility that you lose the game from that position anyway. This was also a deck decision in terms of the Ariadnes and the Armageddon Knights that traded off with the ability to play Damage Juggler. And in almost every game, I was like, if this was just a freaking Damage Juggler, I mean, I would just be golden. I can't imagine looking at the gamut of pendulum monsters that exist at this time and being like, you know what I don't want to play? Like, I am going to voluntarily not play Plushfire Mirror Conductor.
It's interesting because now that we've seen a few of these lists, like Fraser Smith's list that I was playing in the previous episode was on the Ariadne stuff, but it was also playing the Damage Juggler and the Plushfire. Then your list is on the Ariadne stuff, but it's also on the dark stuff. So because of that, you have to make like this weird concession somewhere, which makes it just sort of awkward as a result. And I think out of all the lists we've seen, I think I have to agree with you. I think Faisal's list, which is the list that you were playing in the last episode, I think his list is the cleanest, where it's just there's just nothing you could really like argue. It's just all gas. I think maybe the only thing to argue is that if you want to play Rafflesia, you would need like 1 trap in the deck. Yeah. But even then, you don't really need it. There's enough setups that you can do that if you just end on like CDI, or if instead of Rafflesia, you just make a Magister and then search a Joker or a Monkey board for next turn, that's arguably enough just to make sure that you have enough follow-up to win the next turn, regardless of if you have a bottomless trap hole, even though we did get to see it actually do a lot of work in this game. There's also, I'm not sure if his list was on it, but there's also Evil Swarm Nightmare.
Yeah, I mean, this is the analog. It's the Rafflesia that doesn't need a card in the deck. It's a little bit worse, but if you're just sending Dark Hole, it's actually almost exactly the same. Yeah, I really liked that list, and it was on, like, Forbidden Chalice, because in this game, I was like, if I can trade for the Rafflesia negate, I do have it. But I couldn't. I needed to find side deck stuff, and I didn't. This period is when how we build decks today sort of emerged, and all of these decks that we're seeing that are on like a swath of one-ofs for like corner case matchups and like best of all possible worlds combos kind of fall to the wayside, as we all kind of come to the consensus that what's available at the midpoint of every super consistent combo wins anyway, so why go farther?
I'm not gonna lie, I think this was like sort of anticlimactic for what is like considered the best deck like during this period. You know, we had some like pretty normal Yu-Gi-Oh! It felt like. I mean, yes, granted, like the setups of Infinity Rafflesia are crazy, and like when you see this deck do what it does, like it's kind of unreal. But this didn't feel like a Teledad or like a Dragon Ruler or a Necron in the same way. I don't know if you're also getting that feeling. It's just like for some reason this just feels different.
Yeah, and I mean it helps that we're playing it against itself, I think.
Probably, yeah.
But this is the 1 week that this is viable. After this, we're done.
I think maybe you actually identified it when we were side decking. Maybe we just haven't played it for 10 episodes of History of Yu-Gi-Oh! Yet, so we're just not sick of it.
Oh, wow. This is so novel. Well, don't worry. If you want pendulum action, despite the fact that it gets neutered, this deck is still very playable in the coming months.
Yes, with a historic first in Yu-Gi-Oh! The first and only, actually, Yu-Gi-Oh! Adjusted list.
Voluntary ban list. Absolutely wild.
So guys, that's gonna wrap it up for another video. I really hope you all enjoyed. Let's go ahead and shout the patrons for all of their continued support. So shout out to Shadow1317, Tim00x3, Moto, MBT Play Madolce, Cameron Smith, Pony Stark, Par 2, The Synchro Guide, Dan Manhoben, Phoenix the Immortal, Dixon Yamada, Draconic, Jordan Coons, Iron Bladesman, Jesse Wood, Chris Hood, Valen Jackson, Little Fadeleaf, Dylan Hunter, Cody Brett's Extremely Vulgar Man, Brody Eastwood, Carlos DT, Flannel Daddy, Hornet, and Unitaisho. Thanks for the sleeves, Dad. Max, Matthew Brady, Twinkle Muncher, Dalton, Luabon, Yodabon. I've tried reading cards before. It was horrible, and my guinea pigs had to get me therapy. Helios515, Simo's Chaos Cooking Draft, Cheeks McLapperty, Stolfin Amethyst, Nim Noodle, Malabranch of the Burning Tunnels, Wonder Waffle, MBT Cancel Bio Community soon, Cancel Bio Committee soon, Cancel Bio Player soon, Sakura-san, Shrugzix, The Crystal Beast Enthusiast, ITF, Corvain, and True Dragon Gaming. Thank you all so much for watching, and we will see you next time.